Hello, this broadcast will be using the playtest rules for the Daggerheart Beta. You will hear us criticize and judge the rules based on the version we are playing, version 1.2 and 1.3. This does not reflect the final product and what it can and will be. Again, we are playing the beta version of the game for the purpose of giving feedback, which we will happily give. Thank you and enjoy the show.
And we are recording. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to session 2 of this little Daggerheart mini adventure. We are playing the Daggerheart Playtest. This is a playtest, not the final product, but it is worth scrutinizing either way and taking a look at to see if it is something that we're down to play in the future. I am joined by my lovely cohorts here, going from the top of the list down. Introduce yourself. Or reintroduce yourself.
Let's see.
Ali, you're going to go first because you were streaming, so you're at the top. You don't get to run away that way.
That's perfectly fine. I just turned it off because I don't need to stream anymore.
Oh, I thought you were running away from being first.
No, I wasn't. Hello everyone. I am Ali. In this Daggerheart playtest, I am playing a character by the name of Velo. Velo is a ranger, and he is a Katari ranger, or a catfolk style ranger.
Indra?
I am Syndra. I am playing Liana, the elf sorcerer.
And I am Fisk, and I play Talia, and she is a kind of fox-based Katari wizard.
I am Simeon playing Czar, the Dracona druid.
Oh,
A little firebug.
Yes, just a little bit.
A little firebug.
firebug of might. The firebug of might.
Every
Just
time
a
I
few embers.
start thinking about someone with pyromancy, I start thinking of that picture gif of the one raised arms, fire in the background.
Elmo.
Yeah.
But who would like to give a recap of last session?
Fine, I'll do it. You cowards. Well, we showed up in a town. Town was kind of lackluster. We were looking at some work when there were screams. Somebody got murdered. Turns out that somebody was a mayor. We all happened to catch a couple people who were looking mad sus. Czar found the guy who seemed to do the deed, ran him down. A combat went down between Czar, Velo, and the supposed assassin, and then Carmine threw down with, or not Carmine, shit, what was your character's name again?
Liana.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I said Liana. It's Kavia for this one.
Kavia.
Liana
Kavia.
is my all character.
Kavia got in a little bit of a scuffle with three other clowns who eventually were ran off. Well, mostly ran off. One ran off, but he got caught by Czar. Those that survived, which were all but one, it sounds like, were questioned. They pretty much didn't know anything. They were paid by the Thieves Guild who want to take the town over. Kavia and Velo have gone to investigate the mayor's house, where there's an NPC that went inside of, and considering that the criminals weren't going to be helpful in any way, and there was no prison and no guards that gave a fuck, Czar lit them on fire and then buried them outside of town and made them go through the magical process of becoming fertilizer for flowers.
I'm one with the trees.
Oh, and Velo and Kavia found a rapidly aged dead NPC in the mayor's house.
And poison.
And that's pretty much everything that happened.
And During this time, Talia was out of town and is just now arriving on the scene. Talia, I'll leave it up to you whether or not you want to inform your fellows in character of what you were doing. But as of now, you are walking to town, and there are no one's grabbed the body, and there is a man hanging by his legs from a lamppost with his throat slit and a big old scorch mark not far from that location.
All right, I forgot that was still there.
You know what? That's fine. Let's go with it.
Well, I mean, it's easier than explaining the news to every new person who walks out of their house.
She looks to the scorch mark. There was a dead body there too, or has it been carted off?
They were carted off. Czar made sure to cart them off.
Okay. She looks at the scorch marks as she walks in, leaning a little on her staff. And goes, "Yeah, what the hell happened here?"
Nothing good.
Nothing good.
You see two what looks like possibly guards. Two men with large backpacks in somewhat rusted metal armor walking by. You're new in town, right?
Yeah. Why is there a scorch mark here? What's that?
Thieves Guild's taken over, so we're leaving. Mayor's house has a bunch of shit in it, probably. If it has already been taken, take that, get the fuck out. That's the advice I offer.
I see.
Come here looking to talk to the mayor? I hope not.
No, I need. I think we forgot to talk about that actually. I was here to talk to the mayor, right?
No. So this is a town that's on the way to a actual worthwhile work that's gonna happen weeks from now. But it was this is a convenient place to stop, and if there's some odd job to pick up, make some money real quick, not bad.
Oh no, Kenley is passing through. Well, it's certainly rough.
Down seen better days.
You can say that again. She will. So, is there anyone else around here, notable or whatever?
I mean, got your normal peasant folk around here. That ain't too exciting, but got some other travelers. One of them made that, points to the scorch mark. They went and go bury some of the people that killed the mayor. There were two other ones that were real persistent on us doing something. But the Thieves Guild involved. I don't want none of that. They probably went to the mayor's house. Like I said, there's probably a lot of money there.
All right. Well, good luck on your travels then.
Yep. Don't stay here too long. You'll die.
Noted.
All right, bye. And they just start walking away.
Just leave.
Yep.
And she will begin walking up to the major's house and gripping her staff a little tighter. Also, the comment about the peasants around here amuses her because she kind of is one.
Oh, it's just
Everyone.
yeah, it's most people.
Yep.
So you make your way to a large 3-story faded blue painted building. And on the outside, you see a familiar face.
Oh, what was your character's name again? Carmen. Or no? Sindra.
Kavia.
Oh, Kavia.
Oh, hi.
What's going on here?
Well, we took care of the ones who killed the mayor, and well, not everyone involved in taking over the town, but the ones who were immediately present. And then we're pointed this way about some things stashed away in the mayor's house. And apparently he had some rather nasty traps set up. And the other person who came here before us ran afoul of them. And I'll step aside from the doorway so that you can see the like shriveled corpse.
Not pretty. You see a individual carrying a stack of what looks like mining tools and maybe some burglary tools or some like makeshift ones. Just a husk of a person. Gray, shriveled. It doesn't look like they aged. It looks like all the moisture was just removed from their body.
Oh,
Slurped.
shit.
Zar, you are also now on your way to meet the group. And you see your traveling companion, the new person, and another new person. Fresh meat.
Yes, another. Come to join us.
Talia Elias looks to the Tsar and goes, friend of yours?
Yes, I met him and the other. This is Zar. And Ali, what's your name again?
Hello.
And Velo, just inside. I worked with them to take down the people from before.
Oh, I'm Tali. Pleased to meet you.
If anyone else is going to be coming inside, you need to put on a mask.
Is it that bad?
And all of a sudden, you just see like a small bag just get tossed out through the front door.
Better a small bag than a small body. Hey.
Do you just carry these with you all the time?
When you're wandering through the wilds, occasionally coming across a sulfur vent or other stuff is normal.
Fair enough, I guess. I'll take one of them out. They aren't all used, are they?
No, I replenish it every time I come across new supplies.
I see. I'll put one on and pass the bag over to the next person.
There's a joke I want to make so bad, but I'm going to behave. I take the mask and put it on.
So might be good to get some descriptions of what the character looked like. Maybe.
True, you were not here for that.
Yes. Zar is a dragon person. For those unfamiliar, they're essentially definitely not Dragonborn TM. They are legally distinct Dracona. All right, now we've got that cleared up. Gray-scaled, like ashy gray color, black horns that kind of point backwards, reddish-orange eyes, nice big mouth of pointy teeth, about 6-footish. Has like runes carved into his hands, clothes that have been repaired several times over, but fairly like robe and pants like type garments. and like a bag of stuff. No visible weapons.
Kivia is an elf who definitely looks like she has spent most of her life inside, fancy palaces and manors and such. Hasn't been touched a whole lot by the sun or the elements until very recently. Dark hair, falls straight just past her shoulders, and clothes that are not really ornate. They're subtle enough, but definitely well made. And there are a pair of tattoos on her palms of an open eye and a closed eye in purple ink on the open eye on the right palm and the closed one on the left, respectively. And I carry a medium length casting staff as well.
Go ahead, Ali.
Well, when you get a chance to actually walk through the door and actually get to see Velo is kind of more like a dark skin, like the color of roasted coffee, with black hair. Very vibrant, golden looking eyes. You'd see him in kind of similar well-worn clothes, similar to Jar's. He's usually wearing his leather armor. He has, on his back at least, he has a short bow and his quiver of arrows with his backpack. And at this time, he has rings that are glowing around his wrists. And they're kind of glowing at more like a pale yellow white light. And of course, he's also wearing the little face mask to kind of help filter out some of the poison that's inside the building.
Right. Talia is a somewhat short, about shit. What is feet initials again? She is about 5'6".
I think my favorite mini. Sorry.
What did I say?
I was gonna make an offhand comment. Continue with your description.
She's about 5'6", somewhat stocky, Qatari woman that looks like because of their varied different styles of how they look. She looks kind of like a fox person. She has pretty simple clothing on her. They look like they are basically traveling robes from colorful in their own right, but clearly from the countryside. She has a wandering staff that is that has been treated with some kind of oil and wrapped in leather on certain places to get a better grip. And it has a few strung together crystals on it at the top. On her side, there hangs 2 books in like a little rope.
I think my favorite minigame having you play is converting into inches.
Yeah, I don't use it day to day, so it's.
That's fair.
And she has her hair tied back in a ponytail.
But all of you enter this house, or not enter the house. All of you are on the outside of the house at the precipice to enter, and I'd like everyone to make a instinct check.
Instinct.
And all according to plan.
I rolled an 18 with hope.
Very
I
nice.
rolled a 20 with hope.
Rolled a 19 with fear.
And Velo rolls a 17 with hope. And I'm maxed out on hope.
You gain a hope from rolling with hope, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So all of you enter, and all of you will notice that the body is on top of a pressure plate, and that pressure plate is obviously what sprung this little poison trap. There are 3 nozzles on each side of this little foyer that seem to have been what emitted the gas. It is a dense gas because it is slowly seeping out of it, but it seems to be, for lack of a better word, drying up. Just got to open a few windows, you'll be good. You get the stink out.
Yeah, I'm fairly fine.
But you all find yourself on the first floor of this, not necessarily mansion, but it is a nice, large home. And the first thing that you notice is that you have a living room on the left-hand side with, looks like a number of bags that have been neatly packed. And on the right-hand side is a sizable dining room with a door that leads further in and then a stairway that leads straight up.
Did I hear you right? Was there a body on the pressure plate? Or...
Yes, there's a body on the pressure plate. It is the shriveled up corpse.
Talia looks to the body and go like, oh, is there anything you would like to know out of this guy?
What?
Well,
I can hear some words of the dead.
Really? That's interesting.
It doesn't always work. As well, and also might turn him to dust.
Well, I would like to just make sure there's nothing else to worry about before we just kind of converse with the dead, I guess.
I would
Can
be
ask some
somewhat.
questions.
I would be somewhat worried about him re-triggering the trap if his weight or distribution area were to be altered.
Yeah, that's a good point, and something that I thought about. Do we have something that is similarly weighed? Maybe we could swap it out.
Well, I don't think there's really anything useful he can tell us anyway. All he seemed to know in life when we met it before he came here was that the mayor maybe had valuables here that he wanted to plunder, and then he triggered the first trap on the way in the door.
Oh, so you know this guy?
In passing.
Why is he shriveled up like a prune?
He was killed by this gas trap right here, it seems.
Yes, it was put through the magical process of becoming a raisin.
If someone would like to give a knowledge check, they can either analyze the gas, the nozzles, or the plate. If they roll high enough, I'll let them get more than one.
We all do it for fun.
Soon Czar has no fucking clue what this is, because this is probably not natural.
I rolled an 11 with hope. 12 if my spy experience applies.
The spy experience would not apply. You'd have to spend hope in order to get your experience to apply.
Oh, you do? Okay. I
Yep.
didn't know that.
No, you're good.
I'll roll knowledge for funsies.
But I did get an 11 with hope at least.
I got a 14 with hope.
So, well, yeah, I got a 27 with critical success.
Jesus fuck. All right.
Yo!
You gain a hope.
Yeah, you gain a hope. You clear stress.
I don't have any stress.
Oh.
Nice.
Actually, real quick, I wanted to ask that. Did burying the bodies or just like our general downtime after that fight qualify as a short rest? I tried looking at the short rest rules. They don't really outline what really quantifies a short rest other than a break of about an hour.
Yeah, that's all. That's all that is like a break of an hour. So, are you doing combat or trying to solve a puzzle? No, cool. That counts as a short rest.
Sure, I'll roll that D4 then.
Well, you get to do two things. You can tend to wounds, clear stress, repair armor.
Good at clear stress.
Okay, fair.
Let's see.
You can also give yourself a point of hope.
You said we get to do two things?
Yep, you get to do two things.
Does it like fully clear those things, or?
So for tend wounds or clear stress, you roll a d4.
Oh, okay. I'll tend wounds and repair armor. Does it just repair like one armor slot, or?
Two. You get to clear 2 armor slots.
Oh, okay. That's how many are filled right now. So perfect.
Yep.
And
Assuming we can do like one of them twice. Because the only thing I literally can do is clear stress.
I don't see anything saying that you can't.
My hope is capped. I have not taken wounds. My armor is not damaged. Clearing stress is the only thing I can do.
I got a 3 for the wounds, so my armor and health are back to normal.
Nice. A double check, because we want to try to do this as close to rules as written as possible. Well, that's not a lot of rule there. I'm going to say yes, you can.
Yeah, it's 2 sentences for those who have not looked at the rule book. That's the rules for short rest.
Yeah, short rest is when player characters are only able to stop and catch their breath, taking a break for about an hour. Each player may swap any domain cards in their loadout for any in their vault and choose 2 of the options below. It doesn't say choose 2 options and you can only select one once, or any kind of wording that suggests that you can only pick an option once. So I'm going to say, if you want to double up on something, you can.
But
you really want to do it during a long rest, because a long rest more or less fully recovers that aspect. Like healing or stress, it just goes to 0.
Yeah.
But yeah. What is Velo doing for his short rest?
I have nothing to do. Didn't take any damage. I already cleared my stress by drinking my stamina potion earlier. I'm already maxed out on hope.
Get fucked then. Did you use any of your armor?
I never got hit.
Well, that's a failure on my
I
end,
never got hit. No, you tried. I kept dodging.
No, that's fine.
So yeah, so it's like, oh hey, look, the short rest that happened is just me kind of sitting there, just like doing nothing.
With the critical success, I'll give you all 3. Pressure. It was the pressure plate, it was the gas, and it was the nozzles that spewed out the gas.
Mm-hmm.
The pressure plate does look like it's resettable, but you believe that this only slides open the slant in the wall, which allows the nozzles to be viewed and allows them to spray their fume. The nozzle themselves look like they're I almost said aftermarket to the house. They were built sometime later after the house. It was not initially built with it. So those are likely connected to something else within the building, if not on the other side of the wall. Which tells you that it's not enchanted to like constantly produce a fume, which brings you to the fumes that are, it looked like it released a lot of it all in one big puff and then has been slowly seeping out after. And like I said earlier, it looks like it's just spent on all of it. So if you were to take the body off of the plate, it would reset, but you don't believe anything would be pushed out of the nozzles on the side. There's nothing left unless someone were to refill it.
Talia goes and examines the walls and goes and taps it and says, well, it seems like these gas things are pretty much spent. So unless they have someone going to refuel it, we can just move the body and it will reset the trap, but there's nothing left to spray us with. I think. Because it's like slowly seeping out.
That's good.
In that case, I suppose we're safe.
Yeah, but it's probably gonna stink until it completely airs out, so I'm gonna keep my mask on for now.
Yeah.
I will help move the body. So.
Is there any questions we would like to ask this guy?
I wonder if there were any rumors of any more traps here in the house.
I could ask that. Try to.
What was his opinion of the situation in the village or in this town? Because he's the only person we actually talk to, besides the guards and the people that attacked.
Sar, do you have any opinion of what I want to ask?
I think we already know. Anything he could tell us.
Fair point. Well, if we come up with anything that he might be knowledgeable about that we don't, we can just come back and ask him.
Yep, not like he's going anywhere.
Yeah, he's chilling.
Okay. Well, curious about the bags.
I am as well.
You can. Are you talking about his bags or the bags that were packed in the living room?
Packed in the living room.
All right. So as you go to the living room, I'd like you to make me an instinct check.
Would it
Perceive or notice?
would my experience as a hunter give me any notion of like it being something being watched?
No.
Okay. Just a regular instinct roll. See what happens. Okay. I roll a 15 with hope.
All right. So, 15 with hope. There. Oh. Stop resetting. So, as you start to move into the living room, you notice that the floorboards in the middle of the living room are not flush with the rest of the floorboards.
I hope they're not flesh.
The paneling doesn't line up right.
Yeah. I know, I'm just messing around.
Oh, you're good.
Vela will get close to the things, look down over at the floorboards. You said it was in between the bags? Or like in the middle of the bags?
It's like in the middle of the living room. Well, it
Or in
takes
the
up
middle of the living room?
probably a
So before you even get to the bags, I guess.
yeah, like 10 by 6. It's a nice
kind of like
living room. It's nice and large.
let's say there was a rug over it, you wouldn't notice it without it.
Correct.
Okay. Fellow is just kind of walking into the room, looks over, and is just like, that doesn't look right.
What do you see? I'll follow his same path, just in case there are other traps, since he didn't trigger anything, so
So far.
tried and true.
True. The floor over there, it actually looks sunken.
Interesting.
Or
Perhaps a hidden hatch
either
of some kind.
It's level. It's just like the panels don't. They run perpendicular, not parallel.
Oh, I
Oh.
see. It's like built differently from the rest of it. Okay, I thought you meant there was like a gap or something.
yeah, I thought you were saying something like it was not flush as in there's level field and it's just kind of lower.
I did not mean to say flush. It doesn't. It's not. Doesn't flush with it. It's missed.
Okay.
Like misaligned.
Okay, that makes
A
sense.
rather strange design choice.
Well, obviously something that's not supposed to be a part of anything. Well, it's not set up that way.
Oh
I
yeah.
wonder if
Walks up random and is like, should we knock on it?
I don't know about knocking on it. Could be another one of those trap things.
I could try and poke it with a stick.
I don't want to be in the room when that happens, though.
I will step out
I
of
like
the room.
having moisture in my body.
Looking with stick is a choice. But I do think we should keep our distance.
How many bags are on the floor in the living room?
3.
Oh,
And they're on the outside edge. They're not in the middle.
Okay.
well, we don't have to
Can
be
I
in the room.
grab the bags and start just moving them towards the front door so I don't have to be in the room with the bags?
Yep. Are you gonna walk across the floor, or the middle of the floor? Or you gonna stay on the outer edge?
I'm gonna stay on the outer edge.
Okay.
Because I am not touching this weird looking floor.
That's fair.
So Talia goes, well, we don't really have to, be in the same room, she says, and conjures a magical hand and just high fives herself.
That is true.
Let's see, that's cool. But I want to grab the bags first. Because
Do you want me to try and grab them and just move them over?
I'm already shimmying my way across the floor, so kind of a moot point at this point.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. You have no problem grabbing the bags as long as you stay to the outer edge.
It's
What's Dar doing while the 3 of them are in the living room?
He's just kind of watching them do their thing. This is all kind of weird to him. Like trapped houses. What? This is stupid.
It does seem annoying to live in.
Yeah, it's like, why would you choose to live like this? Why would you put traps in your own house? Traps are for catching animals.
Damn, you live like this?
Yeah. It's just in his head, just doing the fucking finger quotes. Ah, yes. Civilized
Living.
people. We've dismissed this claim.
I grab the bags. I kind of make sure, probably close to the doors in case there is more poison gas.
And it's like, want me to try out the weird pattern, just knock on it, see if it's like hollow or weird things happen. Press on it.
You knock on it.
She asked the group.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was mid-yawn when you asked that.
Yeah, she will go and use her magical hand, which is line of sight range. So, and it has the same strength and capabilities of her normal hand. So,
Oops.
Okay.
You can slap the floor really hard.
So how do you want the hand to punch the floor? Do you want it to knock on it?
she tries to knock on it first. She's gonna try a few different things.
You knock on it. Doesn't do anything.
Does it sound like normal?
Make me an instinct.
I can also listen as well as I can from where we are if you would like me to help you. Will you do that?
Yeah. I would not say no.
Instinct is also my primary stat, so it seems like a good thing to do.
And helping, is that like you rolling on your own, or is it like an advantage?
They give you an advantage die, so you get a d6.
Okay, cool. Well, 26 with hope.
It sounds kind of hollow. Like you were expecting, like it, when you knock on it, it sounds like you're knocking on a door, not a like solid floor.
Yeah, like just something significant room behind it or whatever.
Yeah.
Huh. It sounds kind of hollow, don't you think?
Yeah, maybe it's a hatch of some kind rather than a pressure plate like the other thing.
And then she tries to punch it as hard as she can with the magic hand.
Give me a knowledge check. Since it is your magical hand that is doing the punching.
Okay. 16 with fear. Do I lose a hope or gain stress or anything?
So you're going to take a point of stress as you are surprised. The entire patch of floor, after your magical fist connects to it, collapses and falls downward into the basement.
Oh fuck.
There is a loud cacophony of falling wooden planks.
She laughs a little nervously. I'm glad we didn't stand on that.
Yes, I do like my legs intact. Oh, we should take a look down there soon. Any progress on the bags?
You know what? What do I find while they're doing this thing?
Clothes.
I looked at them. Clothes.
Yep, just one clothes.
Fancy clothes.
You've seen fancier. They're modest. Some of them look like they were nice at one point, like they probably would have been really good, but have since their color has faded or they're slightly torn and moth-eaten now.
Huh. It's a strange
Does
thing.
anyone need some brown pants?
I got
Okay.
I should be fine, I believe.
Yeah, nothing special inside the bag. There is the stairwell up, the dining room, and then a room just past the dining room.
Well, I say we look through the main house before the secret underground chamber. Since I imagine that will be more interesting than the rest of it.
Might as well.
All right. All of you that are in the kitchen, make me a instinct. Not kitchen, dining room.
Oh. Ooh.
I rolled a
Not
10
bad.
with hope.
That's
Tempo.
cool. That's nice. Velo gets a 16 with critical success.
Alrighty.
Nice.
I get a 14 with hope.
With hope. And what does Zar get?
What am I rolling?
Instinct for the dining room.
I thought they were doing this. Okay, that's fine. Out of the way. 24 with fear. My body is an efficient machine that produces fear.
And I thank you for it.
Yeah.
I was speaking. I do track the fear over here. The critical success and the fear. Everyone notices that the chairs behind the dining room, like behind each chair, minus like the main head chair where likely he would sit.
Uh-huh.
You notice there are holes just a little bit behind them, just slightly, like maybe 3 feet behind them.
Wait, did you say holes or poles?
It would be a hole, but it looks like it's more cut out paneling, wood floor. This is like specifically cut out. You believe that they are like the living room hole that go underneath. What the critical success and the 24 notice is that there is a cane, an ivory cane resting up against the chair, and right beside it in the ground is a small little hole with like a star in the middle of it, like a key would go there.
Huh.
And that there are scuff marks on either end of the floorboard that it's on.
Well, I'll take a look at the cane and see if that is made to match the apparent keyhole.
There is a little star on the bottom of it. That looks like it would fit quite nicely.
I'll give it a try.
It goes in. It's in there.
And I'll try to turn it as well.
You hear, as you turn it, a click.
It seems to have done something, but I can't tell what.
The scuff marks are on the front and back of the panel that it is on.
Oh, okay. I'll see if I can push it aside in those directions.
You push it forward, and the little trap, what you now know to be trap doors, open up, and the seats fold backwards.
Huh. Like they store themselves in there?
No, because when you look down the trap hole, you see basement floor.
Are they like fall backwards to like dump the occupants into the holes?
Correct.
Oh.
So they fold back and deposit their contents.
What's the mayor doing? Also killing people and stealing their shit?
It seems a little aggressive.
I mean,
Especially for the
we have a
neighborhood.
guy that traps their place with prunifying traps.
Yeah.
We got a gas trap at the front, a falling trap over there. Some sort of mechanism that apparently can dump the occupants down into a room below the house. What kind of guy was the fucking mayor?
I've seen some strange contraptions in paranoid nobles' houses, but this is bizarre.
Excessive?
Yeah, points for presentation on this one though.
What else would you like to do in this room? There is a stairwell that leads up, and there is another room to the side of the dining room.
I'll see if I can. I'll just do the same movement with the cane in reverse to see if I can close those trapdoors up again so that we don't trip and fall into them on accident.
Let's check out the side room.
You pull it back up, and it comes up. No problem.
Cool. But yes, let's.
We check out the side room.
All right. So the side room is a kitchen, and I'd like individuals investigating it to give another instinct.
Another
Velo
instinct,
gets
you say?
Yeah, Velo gets a 20 with hope.
I rolled a 24 with hope. The dice are good today so far.
Watch, we're all
Ooh,
gonna
hope.
suck if we go into combat.
Oh,
That's what happened last time.
Is this another instinct you said?
We're investigating the side room next to the diner.
Yeah.
Dining room.
22 with fear.
Oh jeez.
A 17.
Why are you so afraid of knowledge?
No,
50% chance, by the way.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think you're the only person,
being in a house.
like you and Ollie, I think the only two that have gotten fear rolls so far.
I've gotten 2.
Today I got a bunch last week.
Yeah, no. There were a lot of fear rolls last week. On
But going through it, it's a modest kitchen, modest frontier kitchen, wood stove, a ice box, probably devoid of ice at the moment, and what looks like a small closet that, if opened, is not actually a closet. It leads downstairs. There is also a chalkboard with a number of ingredients written on it, and it looks like for some sort of soup or stew. And something else is written on it in the bottom right-hand corner: 3R, 2L, 5R.
Sorry, what?
In the bottom right-hand corner of this little chalkboard that he has in the kitchen is written 3R, 2L, 5R.
Interesting. I have to remember that if it seems relevant.
3R, 2L, 5R?
Yep.
That sounds like a safe combination.
My thoughts exactly.
Granted, I'm a wander. That's more of an out of character comment, actually.
Oh, well, that's
In
what I
character.
think anyway, in character.
In character wise, I'm not entirely sure Verlo actually knows what a safe is.
Oh. Kivia certainly does.
No
You know
one
what-
would probably know what a locked chest is.
You know what an unsafe is?
God damn it.
Us.
It's true.
You know what? That's fair. Okay.
So-
What kind of food is in the kitchen?
There's a-
Food and foodstuffs and
There's a bread box. There looked like there was a small fire going at some point, and there is some small like biscuits. And on the stove, in a pot, is some sort of dark brown liquid. You imagine it is gravy.
okay. How recent was the fire?
A couple hours ago.
Interesting.
Probably from
Really?
this morning.
Yeah, maybe they snatched the mayor right from his house earlier today.
Either during breakfast or lunch, whichever it was.
I'm surprised the ones who took him didn't loot the place already, though. If they did take him from here.
True, if they took him from his house directly. Could have been when he was walking to and from the house.
Most likely, I think.
Interesting.
Where do you want to go next? There are now two stairwells, one that goes up, one that goes down.
I'm kind of curious to see if the down will actually connect to the same area that those chairs dump people into.
I got one person wanting to go down.
And the other hatch over in the living room. Yeah, let's go check
go
it out.
wherever the others go.
Vela wants to go down.
People are heading
I do
down.
as well.
We're heading downstairs. So, while going downstairs, it looks like it is a design. The basement was designed to be a basement. There are some small stores of goods and like supplies for throughout the years and months as the year rolls by. What sticks out as odd, though, are the 3 cages.
Pages.
Yes, 3. More likely to call them cells. The bars go up into the ceiling. One of which is exposed to the upstairs, and you recognize to be the hole that was in the living room.
Ah. So maybe that was a trap and was deliberately unstable.
And then you see 2 more sets of cages, one on either end of what you believe to be where approximately the dining room is.
What was this mayor up to?
Seriously. Hatching or imprisoning his guests from the dining room.
So
Yeah.
the floor, the trap floor, like broke actually, right?
Yeah, that's
Mm.
broken.
That seems like a pain in the ass to reset.
Aside from that, it does make a good deterrent from anyone sneaking around in the house. I can see it from a trap perspective. Again, thievery, but
It does seem sort of one use, though.
and excessive. Like a rope trap would actually do a lot better than that, because you can do multiple of those and not have to worry about having to replace your floor.
Or accidentally stepping on it yourself. Same with the pressure plate.
Yep.
Yeah, you also see that he has a something quite fancy that I think only those who have been around nobility recognize. He has a water heater.
Oh,
A chemical machine designed to heat up water for baths and showers. But there is something else connected to it.
oh,
It is a large copper basin rather than straight iron or steel.
oh, is it like a bathtub or something else?
No, it's another. It looks like it would be another water heater, but instead of being made out of steel, it is made out of copper.
I don't know.
Does not look standard fit.
Yeah, maybe it's for heating something else that reacts differently with the material.
Let's go and see if I can figure it out with, I don't know, scholar maybe, experience.
Sure. Give me. If you spend a hope, you can add your scholar experience to a knowledge roll.
I will do that because I have built up quite a bit of hope.
Very hopeful.
Let's see. A 20 with hope.
So you go over and you examine it. You'd have to crack it open. I'm going to spend a fear and make it to where you know that whatever inside is not water, and this is copper to contain a specific kind of liquid. But to know exactly what that liquid is, you're going to have to bust it open, which risks exposing the liquid to yourself and your party.
I wonder if we could follow. Is it connected to any pipes or anything?
Yeah.
Maybe able to follow where those go and deduce from there.
Well, they go up into the floor above you, and then you met. It's part of the water system that they have set up.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Likely a poor explanation on my part, or something convoluted.
Oh, that's fine. What were you saying there, Fisk?
So I'm not sure I want to crack this open because I still don't know what mystery substance is in there, and it might react badly with the air. But definitely something that is made to contain something maybe rather specific. So that following the pipe idea is probably good. See what we can find out before we start. I don't know. Blowing ourselves up.
Yeah, and I think we know the late owner of this house is crazy about guests, so I wouldn't want to risk it unnecessarily.
I wonder, are these pipes connected to the nozzles upstairs?
That was my initial theory, but I don't know. But it looks like it's connected in with the water system of the rest of the house.
Oh, by the way, just so you know, whenever I roll a 7, I pick this. Wizard has this feature called Strange Patterns, which allows me to pick a number 1 to 12. Anytime that number comes up on a die, I can gain a hope or clear stress.
Nice.
So just so you know, and I picked 7, but it hasn't come up yet. So, but it's probably good to know that I picked 7.
All right. Anything else anyone would like to do in the basement?
If there's no more basement, I suppose we just make our way back upstairs, right?
No hidden container, no other containers to worry about, just the empty cages.
Without like breaking open all of the containers, like you can look through a few of them and it's all innocuous. Like just goods that he's compiled, things that he probably doesn't need or use that often. Like there's a wheelbarrow on one of them.
Funny. I was gonna sit here and say, I'm like, do we find like people's random jewelry and other stuff here too?
I wouldn't be surprised if we do somewhere.
I mean, we found a bunch of clothes that look a little bit ragged, well worn, and used. So that could be clothes from other people who've been trapped down here, and then disposed of. Is the way I'm going to phrase it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Back upstairs.
Back up the stairs. Back on the first floor. Doesn't look like anything has changed, but now you know where everything that goes down leads to.
Yeah. There was another room past the dining room, right?
We are in the kitchen,
Oh, that's right. That's what it was.
but there is a set of stairs from the kitchen going up.
Oh, that's worth a look.
So you go back to the foyer, and there's a set of stairs that go up to the second floor.
Yep.
Second floor, there's a hallway. There is another set of stairs not in front of you, but it is kind of switchback stairs. They go back up to the third floor, and
Yeah.
where you're at, the landing is really just one long hallway. Off to the right, there are two rooms, two doors. You imagine they are rooms, and a door on the left that is all by its lonesome, but it is at the end of the hall.
Say we just start with the ones nearest to us.
Start with the nearest two.
Unless there are any other ideas.
Let's go. That.
Upon making your way over, there is the door on the left, door on the right. You can go ahead and make your way into those. One is a library, one is a guest room.
Well, the library seems interesting.
I will check the guest room.
Give me a instinct on the guest room. The library is rather stocked with books, and it also has a small fireplace and a very nice looking chair with a nightstand next to it with a bottle of alcohol on it with a glass.
Is the fire lit?
The fire is not lit.
Okay. Tali will just kind of walk around and just run her finger across the backs of the books and just see if there's any title names or anything like that, or randomly pulling out things that don't have a title on the spine.
Go ahead and give me a knowledge.
All right. Can I use Scholar in this?
If you want to spend hope,
Yeah.
then go right ahead. What's Velo's instinct roll look like?
Well, I got to 23 with hope. Still maxed out on hope.
So 23 with hope. It is a nice looking guest bedroom. What looks like a comfortable bed at first, but then you notice that the bed has a steel underframe. The sheets aren't quite laid out perfectly over it. You notice that there is some steel underneath the bed, like that makes up like the bottom support of the bed. And that strikes you as odd. Something about that just scratches the back of your head as like, no, that's not right. That is no.
Grab sheet, remove sheet.
You start removing the sheets, and you see that the bottom metal part is a little wider than the bed and is actually kind of hollow. It looks like it's sitting inside a metal box.
Fuck. I'll take an arrow from my quiver and start just poking around inside the metal, like where the box is. Clink, 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 clink.
That's metal. What's Zar up to?
He's just sticking with the group right now. This is investigating some dude's house is kind of banal to him.
Can I get an instinct, a separate instinct from their investigations from Zar?
Sure. Oh my god, 18 with hope.
As for the library,
hope.
I got 17 with a critical success.
Okay. So with a critical success, looking through the library, it is a bunch of books, and at first glance it looks impressive. It's like, oh, he's well read. A number of them are like fables, but they're like children's fables, old storybooks. Some of them are repeat copies. If you were to take one off the shelf and read it, it doesn't even look like it's a unique edition. He filled a library with a bunch of books that he likely has not read, or a number of books that aren't like scholarly in nature.
She kind of just, first when she sees the library, and like, ooh, nice, and goes to just start examining, and then you can just see her face kind of go like, oh, I think he just filled it up to have it filled up for loads.
It's common enough that that's become my initial assumption in most noble house libraries.
As for Zar, you hear just at the edge of your hearing the sound of like metal scratching metal above you, upstairs. So, what does he do with that information?
I did you not hear me?
No, I did not.
I asked what. I didn't hear exactly what you had said.
Oh, I'm sorry. You hear metal. You hear this like at the edge of your hearing the slight sound of metal scratching metal.
Can I determine at all which direction it's coming from?
Yeah, it's above you on the floor above.
There's a noise. Weird metal noise. I guess I'll start looking around for stairs.
Yep. You go back to the stairs that you came from, and it is a switchback set of stairs. It's called something else, but I don't remember, where it leads up to the hallway and the landing, and then there's another set of stairs that go right back up, right next to it.
Did we in the library hear Sor?
You didn't hear anything. You heard Czar. You didn't hear the scratching.
Bello actually just leaves the guest room that he is in and starts following quickly behind Czar once he says there's a noise and it's above us. Oh, okay.
If they that
Well,
warrants
yes.
investigation, we might not be alone. Oh, sorry.
Looks ahead at the door and goes, where was the noise? And she sees them kind of go and just start following.
Czar, do you make your way up the stairs? Or are you gonna sneak?
Yeah, he's not afraid. He's just gonna go upstairs.
Oh, he's just gonna fucking march right up them.
Yeah, no, he doesn't give shit.
The prey has made themselves known. Therefore, it is
Yes.
time to find them.
So you make your way up the stairs, and you see a number of individuals sitting at what looks like a bar, like a smoking lounge or a bar. He had this installed in his home, probably where he actually met people, not in the dining room. And there are a number of individuals currently playing at the lock of some sort of ornate box. Large metal ornate box. Believe this to be probably his safe, but when you look at it, it doesn't look like a safe you've seen before. It doesn't have a dial. It has a weird, like, almost face on the front of it.
Well, that's weird.
But yeah, there's.
Uh.
Did I say how many people?
It's a 3,
Okay.
if I remember correctly. Yeah. Some people already
Anybody
here.
follow me up?
Yeah, everyone was.
Bello.
Yeah, I think everyone did.
Okay.
Bello's right behind you.
They turn, notice you. I assume that was you downstairs then.
I didn't think
This
anyone
is
else
What
would
brings
be.
you up here?
Right. So, we found the goods, and they smacked the box. Got here first. So it's ours. By right. By law.
I didn't know this place had
Is there,
laws.
is there a law?
What law?
They all look like the people that you previously have fought in town. One of them looks kinda. One of them, the one that's talking to you, definitely seems like he's in charge. He is kinda big.
Mm-hmm.
He is a large man, very muscular, bald with a scar down his chin and across his neck. But finders keepers, sorry, y'all drew the short straw. You can go ahead, leave now. We'll take care of this.
Bello slowly looks over at Jar.
Were those friends of yours we found around the mayor's corpse in the town square?
The bald man kind of cocks his head a bit and is just like, they weren't good liars, were they? Did you kill
No,
him?
they were not. I think Czar did.
Yes.
I don't very much find that to be appropriate given the situation.
Well, when you decided to attack,
Murdering your mayor wasn't exactly appropriate either.
that too.
I mean, he was just some guy with a title in front of his name. Not anyone
Might have been purple.
actually important.
He had some peculiar interests.
To be fair, it might have been appropriate considering his bizarre torture murder house.
Oh, this place? He's done that for a while. Individuals would say they found the next score of iron. He'd invite them over to congratulate them, talk about prospects. Have them stay the night, and then they'd never come out. He'd tell the townsfolk that they took their their gains and left for better horizons, but he's got a stash of iron somewhere around here, and the gold he's gotten from them's probably inside this.
Everyone kept believing that?
I mean, people didn't want to look too hard. They're more interested in either finding the next vein of iron and keeping their family fed. And not a single person here would blame anyone for taking what they have and cutting a small pay and running away.
Yeah, I suppose.
Hmm. I want to get a sense on this guy. That's an instinct roll.
Would be an instinct roll.
I only get a 12 with hope.
I mean, he believes what he's saying.
Okay.
He feels like he's being, from what you can tell, he's being fairly straightforward.
I mean, he didn't deny that, the other people that were in the square that started attacking Jar and Kavia.
Did the mayor do anything?
Anything else?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Did the mayor do anything in particular to set the guild, or did the guild just want the town? For some reason.
We needed to learn a bit more about what he was doing. Figuring out if he would be willing to play ball. We sent someone a small bit of iron. Say they found a vein. They didn't come back. We investigated and found his little murder basement. Have you gone into any of the guest bedrooms yet?
I did. What's the weird metal box for?
That is, you know what a bear trap is, right?
The size of a bed?
Yeah. It's just a box. It just seals them up in it. And, he has thick enough walls that they'd just eventually suffocate to death in there. Better than, if you accidentally turn on the third shower head. That's the tricky one.
We saw
Bob-
another tank downstairs.
Yeah.
There.
Probably where you keep the acid.
That explains why there's a copper vessel.
It's also great for disposing of bodies. Don't gotta bury them, don't gotta carry them out. They just go down the drain.
I'm
Nice,
surprised
that's
this
why
mayor
I
hasn't got
used
it shanked sooner.
Oh, found out he wasn't gonna play ball, so we killed him. Honestly, I think the town's in better hands now.
It probably actually is.
On one hand, yes, you got rid of a murdering asshole. It was just taking the money.
I mean, the Thieves Guild definitely does that too, to be fair.
Yeah. On the other hand, what do we do now?
Well, what we can do is, and the guy working on the safe, you hear a snap, and he goes, "Fuck!" Jace, what happened? Well, that was my last pick, sir. Thought you were supposed to be the expert at this. Well, that works for normal lock. This is not a normal lock.
What kind of lock is it?
He moves it out of the way, and it looks like a person's like face, like a sleeping face, eyes closed, nose, mouth. It's weird. And he grabs the nose and like lifts it to the side. And he goes, "I'm trying to pick this." And it's got this weird, just, it's not a keyhole. It's this weird, like star-shaped indentation. And
Looks over at Gavia.
it's hard to pick because, and he starts explaining all the mechanisms of the lock, how there's pins on this side and this side and this side, and that they rotate a certain way. You have to excuse him. He's very into his work.
That's all right.
Hey, Kavia,
Yes.
you want to go back downstairs and grab that one weird-looking thing again in the kitchen? No, not the kitchen, but the dining room.
I could. If we help you get this open, would you like to split what's inside?
Absolute deal. If it means that I don't have to be inside this death house, I don't know.
Understandable.
I don't know what's up with him.
I'm gonna go. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go downstairs and grab the cane again. But while I'm down there, I'm going to check that board again, just to remember what it said.
Okay. You check the board again. Stop scrolling to the top. It says 3R, 2L, 5R.
Okay.
3R, 2L, 5R.
Actually, write that down because.
So,
I don't know if it'll be useful for this, but while I'm down here, I wanted to check it again because I forgot.
fair enough.
But I'll take the. What were we gonna say?
I said fair enough.
I'll take the cane back upstairs. And I'll see if the star on it matches the indentation on the lock.
It does.
I will try to rotate it toward the right, or so clockwise, I guess.
Okay, so you stick it in, you hear a click.
Yeah.
And you turn it to the right, and it moves.
Yeah. I feel like if I loosen my grip, does it pull itself back to center?
It starts to slowly rotate back to center.
Okay. I'll do that two more times. And then the same left 2 times, and then right 5 times. Let's see if that does the trick.
It pops open.
Oh, there we go. Let's see what's inside. I'm gonna like step to the side of it as I open it up in case there's something nasty built into this too.
Okay.
Everyone may want to stand back.
So they follow your word. They'll stand back. And as it swings open, you see 6 bags of gold.
Okay. I was expecting another trap considering how the rest of this place has been so far.
We checked up here for traps. Other than the other guest room, it seems like this place, this lounge and where there's some cigars. He liked to live a certain way, and I guess he didn't want to mess with that too much.
Didn't want to accidentally kill himself in his own house.
So I believe this would be your cut.
We conveniently have an even number. I assume by bags of gold you mean the actual like unit that the game uses.
The actual unit the game uses.
So, gold, Hamid.
I think it was 6, so 3 for each. Or 3 for our party and 3 for them.
Yep. If you're interested, we do have more work that needs doing in the town. I appreciate you folk not coming up here and immediately flinging steel.
Normally it's not my way. But what kind of work?
Are all you the adventuring type?
I'm used to moving around, so
more or less.
Kind of.
Did any of you check out the notice board in the bar?
We did.
We just got here, so no.
Oh, well, we put a notice in the bar. We needed some work done. There's a mine shaft here that has something living in it. We need that cleared out.
One.
Yeah, and then there's something at the bottom that we need. We think it's magical. I don't know. That's what I was told to think is what it is by my boss.
It certainly sounds like it is. This is the one with the orb in the mine shaft, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we were considering that anyway, so I wouldn't mind doing that. I didn't know it was yours.
Well, it wasn't going to be stamped by the Thieves Guild. We weren't going to
advertise that you're looking for something. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Do you know anything about whatever is living down in the mine shaft?
It likes the taste of people.
Oh.
Is there just one thing, or?
Don't know. It could be multiple things. Haven't gone in to look. That's why we put the notice out.
And a few people, they never came back. And a few more. Whatever's in there eats people. Got it.
That is all that we have managed to gather about that shaft, the jugular.
Sounds fun.
When you say the jugular, you make it sound like we're walking into someone's mouth.
Well, that's what the locals called it. It was the largest iron vein before it wasn't.
Interesting.
That makes sense.
When the supply from that got cut off, and nothing came out of it anymore. Town started to die. I don't believe it was called the Jugular before their bit of bad luck, but we'll get this. There's some more prospective business than mining. You can do more out here. We're on the edge of two kingdoms. Plenty of trade to be done there.
It does seem that they put a lot of their eggs in a single basket. But yeah, job sounds good, I think. What do the rest of you feel?
We were already going to take that job anyways. So
I, as a player, just want to know why we trust these people.
Oh, we don't, but they're paying money.
we don't. We're kind of in this neutral kind of like, we're not necessarily attacking. We're not really trying to diss anyone at this time. But
I don't know. Maybe it was just because Brandon said they seem a lot like the guys that we just fought, but like,
Perfectly cool.
I
You
don't know. I
killing
feel
their
like
friend.
maybe we just murder these guys too.
I mean, we probably can. The only thing is they also haven't hostily been towards us like they were when the entire situation happened in the square.
I guess like while this conversation is happening, could I don't know, do some kind of roll to kind of like maybe see, because I don't know if the other guys did, maybe missed it or something, but like see if maybe there's like identifying marks or like anything that could indicate that maybe they have ties to the fucking guild.
They outright said that they have ties, but if you want to investigate that yourself, give me a instinct.
Well, I guess less ties are more like, are they, actively working for, or more than just, we occasionally did jobs for them.
Yeah,
But
go ahead. Give me. I'll accept either instinct or knowledge.
Man, that's a really hard choice.
I don't feel like it is. I feel like you're lying.
I'm gonna spend. Well, no, I'm not gonna spend hope because I don't feel like any of these experiences apply. So, unfortunate. 8 with fear.
You're not noticing anything that outright sticks out as they are active members of the guild. Like they wearing the same clothing. They have outright stated that they work for the guild, whether or not that they still do. They mentioned a boss, but you're not seeing any marks on them that tell you whether or not they're active. You're not entirely sure what you should be looking for. You're not looking for an animal that's been branded like a cow. You're looking at people who say they're affiliated with a group.
I mean, if they were branded like a cow, we might not notice if it's in the same spot.
So far, Velo's instinct roll didn't turn up that they were lying.
Yeah.
They just do crimes.
They just do crime.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I didn't say we trusted them. It was just like, well, we're gonna do that thing anyway, so if they're gonna give us money. But also, if the orb seems more valuable to us than them, then don't have to deliver it.
And on top of that, if they are lying about the troubles that are going in there, who says to say we can't come back and exact a little revenge on them?
Well, I'm just concerned as a player, because I mean, Zara might be thinking about this a little bit, but like as a player, this is convenient that they've been on the guild's payroll before and suddenly like they're cool with like looting this place and everything, but like they also seem to want to like improve the area, which the guild was talking about wanting to come in and take over the town. So like I don't know. I feel like we're supposed to be killing these people. That's all.
Look. Have you seen anything about how the mobs and the mafia have gone around in some of their places? Have you seen some
No,
of those
I am a
documentaries?
dragon man from the mountains. I don't know what a documentary is. I don't know what a mafia or a mob is. I just know that these people are sus as fuck. And they smell too much like the ones I just torched.
Okay, see, that's fair. Because
Yeah.
Minus the smoke.
Like, I'll gladly take their money and kill them later, but I'm just saying, if we're not going to kill them now, maybe we should just think about it. Don't have to commit. Go home, think about it, maybe come back tomorrow.
that's perfectly fine. But like they haven't done anything that's wholly hostile towards us, aside from just be from the same group as the people who kind of just started attacking us. Granted, we also did catch one of their people.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of why Czar is also like, I feel like we're supposed to fight these people because people associated with them did fight us.
This is not fair, but so far they are not making any hostile intentions towards us.
That's fine. That's fine. Not bullying the party into attacking them. Czar's just like, this is very strange.
Much sus.
I'm not gonna lie, this is very sus, but it's also like they're not attacking us.
Mhm. So, what other opportunities do you think this town has being on the border like this?
Do you want a legitimate answer, or do you want the answer we plan to tell everyone else?
Legitimate.
Some goods are illegal in one place and not the other. This is also a great border stop for smuggling.
Banditry too, considering that it's a good place for caravans to pass through.
We don't plan to attack caravans. I mean, a rich merchant is a rich merchant. You can get money from them, absolutely, or you can extort them. We're on the border, so if they're traveling through, we say you got to pay a tax. If they're rich enough, they won't put up a fuss, and we can set the prices they come through.
Okay. While that conversation is going on, Vela wants to roll an instinct to sense what's going. Sense the guy's words.
Okay.
And I get a 12 with hope. I didn't roll very high.
I mean, honest as you can tell, he's not hiding anything from you. He's saying things and he believes them. As far as he knows, these are the actual plans. Whether or not someone is above him giving him this information and is lying to him, you don't know.
Alright.
That sounds like something they would do. I doubt they have anything really crazy planned for a town like this.
Yeah.
Ali just looks to the rest of the group and is like, well, there you have it. We'll, I guess, think about the requests.
far as I see, you already got paid. You know what's going on. You're free to leave.
I mean, would we be not free to leave otherwise?
I mean that in a light sense. You're good to leave. We're not bandits. We're part of a guild or part of an organization. We have our own
Legitimate
rules we have to
business
follow.
people, they call themselves.
Yes. It's a guild. It's a business.
Didn't they just attack some of my allies out there?
If they attacked, they probably felt threatened. Maybe they weren't good at reading the room. Probably weren't long for the job anyway.
Your guild murdered the mayor.
And he murdered countless innocents.
Sure, but now you've destabilized this town.
And we will restabilize it.
When everybody's conveniently paying you.
He gives a slight head tilt and a shrug, like, yeah.
Ah, so you're just gonna extort protection rackets here too?
No, we won't have to do it here. It's just everyone else that comes through. We're gonna extort them. People that live here can take part in the activities here, such as the extortion and the smuggling, and
The world's most
make money
honest
from
thief.
What was that?
The world's most honest thief.
Yeah.
This town will have business going through it again. These people will be able to live, be able to eat, feed their families. If we weren't here, the mayor would eventually just abandon them with what was inside here and what little iron he took from the people he killed. And then he'd run away, and then they'd be left without anyone else in charge. This money...
What happens when people stop coming through here for you to extort?
I mean, that's where the less legitimate business comes in, such as the smuggling.
And
Have an
you
outpost
think
for them to set up.
you think you're going to run smuggling out of this town when news starts spreading of all the illegal activity happening here?
The kingdom here does not have the resources to police this city, as you saw with the 2 guards.
I didn't say anything about the kingdom.
Who else would come?
Who's to say somebody won't get fed up, or maybe somebody you robbed who ends up leaving doesn't hire somebody to come deal with you? If your only concern is the military, your view is small. It's a really big pond we're in. It's a lot of big fish.
There's money to be made.
I'm just saying, don't make it out like this is like you doing a big favor for the people around here.
Give me a presence.
Oh boy. Could Predator apply?
I'd allow it.
Oh yes. I'm gonna need it. +1 now. 16 with fear.
Delicious, delicious fear.
Yeah, dude. Really start counting how many fears I've rolled. I think it's like 4 or 5 now.
Are you... So what are you wanting from him? Are you wanting a reaction? Are you wanting him to offer you something?
I don't even know what Czar really wants out of saying this. It's just like, it strikes him as gross that this guy is like, yeah, it's going to be great for everybody involved. Because he doesn't.
But especially
he thinks he's totally disturbing the ecosystem here. And it's going to end badly.
You as with Predator and everything, you absolutely recognize him. He's Parasite.
Yeah.
He's going to do something for the town for a little bit until it benefits him, but but they see it as a business. The moment that the well dries up, they'll leave. I'll say with your 16.
Yeah.
How about this?
Yes.
If you really, really, really care about the people of this town, this backwater that no one has given a shit about for over a decade, and you think us being here is going to be such a problem, then by all means, I'll give you the name of my boss. He's in town. Talk to him. If you don't like the way that he wants to do things, well, you could terminate his contract. You see the two guys next to him are like, "Excuse me?" They give him a look. Like, "Excuse me? What are you suggesting?"
Instinct roll for funsies?
Sure.
No, that's just a 10 with hope.
I mean, it's not hard. He's implying that you go kill his boss. Because this is his boss's idea.
Okay. Interesting.
If you think we're a problem, we can take our ill-gotten gains here. We can abandon this town and not peddle our goods through it, not extort anyone through it, and let them figure it out themselves, or abandon the town as is, and maybe they'll find happily ever after somewhere else. As far as I see it, we're their only option. But I don't want to be out here in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. My hope is that we make it not bumfuck nowhere and make it another thriving trading post full of legal and illegal goods alike. But if you think that we are the terrible urchins that we are, take it up with my boss.
Good. Urchin? No, just a parasite.
Right. Do you want that address or not? Because
by all means, you want us to go kill your boss? Sure, we'll take some money for that too, since you're so eager to get rid of him.
Well, I mean, he's the one with the money. I have this.
Oh yes, I'm sure there won't be promotions happening or moving up in the food chain or anything just by happenstance were something to happen to him.
I mean, we're out in the We're out in the wilds.
Mightily convenient.
Accidents happen.
Opportunistic.
Of
Definitely
course.
But yeah, here. And he takes out a piece of paper, writes it down, folds it up, right here for you. He puts it on the bar. We're leaving. And they begin to walk out.
Don't like them.
What did you say?
I don't like them.
With
They're
you there.
kind of, yeah, they're not necessarily strong.
Unfortunately, they tend to prove difficult to fully get rid of.
This is also true. It's like a plague.
I'm sure. Like, so what are we gonna do? Because I don't really want to work with them.
Well, I'm as interested in whatever this orb is as they are. At the very least, I'm
Yeah.
curious about it, and there isn't a lot else to do here.
Shall we go and investigate the orb and then just try and? Because I don't know what else we realistically can do here too. Because this town is dying, and if they do, and I don't know if we can.
Agreed. Honestly, I think the best case scenario for all the people who live here would be to moving to different towns.
The town is dying. That is its fate. Let it die. Infusing it with parasites and what they want to do with it is only prolonging the inevitable. Or worse in the greater scheme of things. I say we look into this orb business and then we clean up what parasites we know about.
Sure.
Sounds agreeable to me.
All right.
Vela will go over and grab the note.
You read it?
Sure.
Just a psych.
It's a worded note. Floats in my face.
It gives a underneath the bar is all it says. Well, it would say underneath the tavern.
Underneath the tavern.
Huh, okay.
I mean, that makes sense. If there's a cellar, it's a good place to hide without being seen, but still close to everything else.
You also know, and like this won't be a huge jump and leap in logic. When you completed the quest, you were supposed to see the barkeeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense they're using that building.
Then the barkeeper will lead us down into the basement. Well, that's where he's hiding. Unless, of course, kind of like the mayor, we go talk to the leader, and then we get murdered in the basement. Out of sight, out of mind. No one hears anything.
That's neither here nor there. But yeah, they stayed true to their word. They gave you a piece of paper with notes of where they say their boss is.
Well, maybe we like the orb and we just go away with it.
True. And with that, I think we will call it here because you guys did not go into combat immediately like I thought you would.
I was tempted. I was seriously tempted.
No, which is fair. Like because of how long combat took last time, I planned for a chunk of this to get taken up by combat, and I apologize for expecting you guys to throw hands.
Oh, it's fair.
It's like thinking about it, like, oh, he wasn't being open. He was being a sleazebag, but not openly hostile. So
We got to learn things.
mhm.
How well they stay relevant and true is a different story.
All true. But real quick. Also, all of you go to level 3.
Yep. I gained a
The
level.
hope of taking me. It's a good pain.
We're so powerful.
Thank you everybody for listening to our episode of Daggerheart. Once again, this is a playtest. Rules are not final, but this is a good look at what they are trying to do. And we'll have a long form discussion about it in the future, and it will be released to the public at large. If this interests you, stick around, keep listening. If you Daggerheart seems mid, well, join us for another episode of. Well, we got Pathfinder 1st and 2nd edition. We have Alien game that I need to finish editing. But overall, thanks for listening. Have a great time. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.